Joining us to discuss today's headlines is Tasmanian Senator Jackie Lambie and Deputy Leader of the Opposition, Ted O'Brien. Good morning to you both. Teddy, let's start with you. You guys are tanking after another rough week. Two polls suggest you have a lot of ground to cover. You are in a dismal position to form government.
Well, good morning, Sarah, and g'day, Jackie.
G'day, mate.
They say politics builds big egos, but I tell you, it also gives you some good lessons in humility, and we're learning those lessons now. But I've got every confidence that we're going to be coming back and we will take a compelling proposition to the Australian people at the election, and that's the poll that matters.
You don't have much time, though, Ted, to convince them, especially with these results.
Well, it does start this week with Susan Lee actually making a really important speech on our approach to the economy. And given the government can't stop spending, I'm pretty excited about that speech.
Economy, yay! All right, Jackie, the result poll in the Nine papers also has shown that One Nation is increasing its popularity. It came close to toppling you down in Tassie. Are you worried?
No, not really. They didn't get that bloody close when you have a good look at them. Christ almighty. I think that's always going to be the case when the Liberals are down and out. I mean, I just call them, they are the camouflage far right of the Liberal Party. She might as well be wearing blue. That will continue until either I don't know how to put this, but the Liberals get a new leader or Susan Lee grows actually stronger. That seems to be a big part, and I'm not sure the way she's going right now, with all due respect, is that she's going to last until Christmas time. If things aren't going well, you've got about 3 or 4 months to turn around if you're going to change a leader over, because quite frankly, you've got 2.5 years then from a standstill to go hard. But quite frankly, it's really difficult not having that opposition up and running here in the country and holding the Labor Party to account. It is quite difficult with them having the majority in both houses, and that's where we are.
Ted, is Jackie right? Does Susan go?
No, with all due respect to Jackie, who I love and adore. No, look, I think Susan's leadership is absolutely strong. There's no doubt the Liberal Party is rebuilding. We've been very honest about that. But we are very focused on ensuring we're going to have a compelling proposition to take to the people, and that's what we'll do. Everybody knows last week was a tough one. That's reflected in the polls. But we are absolutely focused now on getting the job done and holding a really bad government to account.
Jackie,
that's our job.
Jackie
has
get on with it. Finger on the pulse most times. She can read the room very well, so it'll be interesting whose take actually is more accurate. Ted, I suppose time will tell. All right, well, let's move on. And a week out from the PM's visit to the US, and the government has announced $12 billion for the AUKUS hub precinct in WA. It's promising also to create 10,000 local jobs. The total of $25 billion will be spent over the next decade. Jackie, you were all fired up recently at the Defence Minister, saying you were, quote, coming for him. Do you still feel that way?
Yeah, I do. And by the way, before I go and spend all this money which they're handing out willy-nilly, I would suggest that they have a look at their procurement process. I wish to Christ we'd have got it in the Royal Commission when we looked at veterans, but it just wouldn't fit in there, because I can tell you when it comes to people like Boeing, Rheinmetall, the major primes up there, is about 6 or 7 of them. It's about time we went through them with a fine-tooth comb. I do not believe they're doing the best job that they possibly could. They basically organise the small to medium businesses to hand out contracts to, and I'll tell you what, our contracts have been on the nose for a long time. It blows me away that here we have Ukraine that when it comes to drones is leading the world in drone technology, and yet we're buying these expensive, bloody useless ones once again when we could be using and working with Ukraine and taking what they've got with their drones. This is the stupidity of these bloody primes out there, and quite frankly, once again, I'm going to rip them apart. So make sure you're ready for estimates, because you have a lot of explaining to do. Enough waste in the last 20 years when it comes to defence material. Enough of it.
All right, Jackie, I know you are fired up about these issues. Just very quickly, Ted, the timing is convenient ahead of the PM travelling to the US. They've also played around with some clever accounting. What do you make of it, just very quickly?
Oh, look, there's no doubt that the Prime Minister doesn't have a relationship with the President of the United States. We want him to. We absolutely want him to. So, yes, of course, this was convenient. The Coalition backs the investment. We've been calling for it for some time, but the government is very poor on delivery. And so making announcements is one thing, but we have to hold them to account to deliver.
All right, guys, we have run out of time. Thank you both for joining me this morning. Have a great week.
Thank you.